things can be up to 8 hours. I can't believe these things can be up to 8 hours. 8 hours these things can be. They're like, y'all can hang out for 8 hours. You can hang out for a shift, a work shift, a day in the life of you on the Hangouts. Some people have been doing it all night long, all night long, all night on the. I'm looking to invite a couple of people or two, and I'm putting it up. Bear with me because I haven't done this in so long that I'm actually forgetting what the format is. I think that's the link I use. Let's see. Does that go? No. Wait. Let's see. This it have. Yes, it does. That is the. So I'll get rid of that little icon thing. It says something weird. Okay, I posted it, and I'll put a little messilage entangling right there. Oh, sorry, cat. Cat's under the chair sleeping. Okay, so we put that there, and I put it in there, and put a message there. Not you. I'm late. Oh well, you'll see. Everybody will see. Okay. Blah blah blah. I guess there's some things to discuss. Some orders of the day. There's some folks tripping as per usual. And there's some people who really don't give a damn as per usual, despite their being caught up in the bullshit. I'm kind of, you know, not really too attached. At the same time, there is something that I'm invested in for my own reasons. Those being connected, of course, naturally with my own perspective and my own being. Being a female on Earth. This is my life. This is my experience. Being this creature expected to be as such, labeled as such, given, by birth this certain expectation or history, and then given by experience certain expectations, certain acquired tastes, dislikes, likes, expectations, wants, needs, tendencies, everything is dependent on your person. I am fully embracing the fact that my personal experience isn't going to be, ideal all the time, because I think that as far as Earth is concerned, everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. Every freaking face, this mirror that says, you ain't shit. You're about this big. Unless you prove otherwise. And the person whose opinion matters most ultimately is yourself. If you can't look in the mirror confidently and say, I'm really proud of what I have done, and sleep well, and that's on you. I really truly believe this, because I know it's possible for one to take the pessimist view here easily, quickly. It's always there. It's 50-50. It's always there. You can always choose the negative over the positive. Kind of, the dark, the light, they reflect each other, but, there's always some light there, just like, there's always space in between things. Like, my hands aren't really connecting because there's still space in between those molecules. You know the science. You science-erific guys know all that, guys and gals who are good with names that are long and complicated, and connected with all of the infinitesimal exploration that we're able to do on this planet, speaking of infinitesimal exploration and revelation, oh boy, I know that it is upsetting to a lot of people in this particular little circus, this little arena, this corner of YouTube where people troll their asses off and mess with gullible ass people who are lonely. Um, and use women, use black women as their excuse for it. Just like, well, the reason why we gather here to act like assholes is black women. Black women, black women, black women, black women, black women, black women, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to start making videos and I'm just going to call them all black women. No matter what I'm talking about, okay? Oh, boy. Just because, I'm kind of tired of the flood of all of the negative information connected to these clickbait hungry ass, trolling types who need to get a quick buck off of this very interesting subject matter. Pardon me. I mean, if it weren't so interesting, why would you guys be talking about it all the time? You bitches ain't shit, but we got to chase you around and tell you. Because that makes a lot of sense. You're so shitless. So you have to, what was something really funny to me? Okay. What I heard on the Talk Real Solutions that I tune in and out. I mean, I listen sometimes, I don't listen sometimes. I know Tyrone is pissed off because I was straightforward with him in my assessment of his actions, and he wanted me to be grateful that he defended my female honor, and I just don't need that or never asked for that from anybody, rather. Anyway, I was listening to some guy saying, now we got to build them back up, after we tear them down, to build them back. And I'm like, do you understand that that's like classic abuse ass speech? That's not normal. You should have to kick somebody's ass and then build them back up. Like, that's abusive. Don't you understand that? You're abusive. That's not cool. Don't do that. You have to like knock a bitch down to build her. Unless she wants that, and there are women who will definitely give you that. They'll help you out if that's what you need. But if a woman says no, then you're gonna have to, gonna have to deal with that one way or another. Oh, but these delusional pinche putas. Como la chola. Okay, I'm gonna talk about la chola. Como la chola. Anybody who is within my inner circling this shitpire YouTube circle, the outer perimeter, we're all like, oh god, ooh, let's just stay far away enough not to smell too much of these fucking flames from these dang idiots running around naked around this shitpire with this asshole on top of it, holding a scepter, acting like he running something more than a pile of shit, a mountain of shit. And he's like, look at this big giant pile of shit that I got. Look at all my fans that don't have any faces or voices or breath in their bodies because they're troll accounts. Okay, the people in the outer circle know who I'm talking about when I say La Chola, and I'm talking about La Chola con los eyebrows that are like La Chola. La Chola mad right now. All of a sudden, para La Chola, the what am I gonna call him? Señor Carnitas. Para La Chola, Señor Carnitas, está una, es malo, he's bad, he stalked Angie. But before, when he was stalking Angie, it was ha ha ha. Y'all bitches deserve that. Yeah, hey, you know what, Jimmy? Yeah, Jimmy did you right. Jimmy did you right. By telling me that my husband should bend me over and fuck me in the ass, and then punch me in the face or something stupid like that. What's up, dude? I'm just talking about the so-and-so. So I'm going to go down the line because, despite the fact that I really, wait, hold on. Okay, sorry. Anyway, yeah, despite the fact that I just kind of don't care, I don't care. The assholes can do what they want to do. There's nothing I can do to like make the assholes into good people or make them do different things. This is not my aim here. I still have my opinion, you know,
Exactly.
on certain observations, and I'm free to give it. And I know that the assholes have worked very hard to support an atmosphere that a person has worked very hard to create, which makes people a little fucking, shell shocked and gun shy around this little particular sector because they're scared to talk because there's one big mean bully and other little, lesser minions that walk around helping the bully, a few at a time. And people kind of, and there's a few, addle-brained idiots, of course, that talk crazy, like the dude with the freaking shades or the, crazy not preacher person who talks crazy. There's different little like weirdos around here that I understand are like not necessarily these guys. I don't mean to give the bulk of the weirdness I experience here. These guys don't get all the credit for that, okay?
Yeah.
They all share a little piece of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking about La Chola, the one I call La Chola, and he's the one that he thinks that he's like a leader, okay? He's like he thinks he's running something or he wants to be running something. He's weird. I could go on and on about what's wrong with him. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about La Chola.
I don't, but I'm trying to figure that one out. So wait.
Okay, I'm gonna put La Chola. I'm gonna put a picture of La Chola in the group on Facebook, just so we don't even have to even, because I refuse to be accused of trying to use any of these assholes to get somebody to listen to what I got to say. Not by name. Okay, if you come over here and you hear what I have to say, it's because you want to hear what I have to say, and that's fine. And what I have to say does not have to matter to anybody but me. Okay, all right. I'm gonna put this in this group so you can see the first, and we're gonna know what we're talking about. I mean, I will. I'm not hiding anything that I'm talking about. I'm just not making a big deal out of saying a person's name and trying to be all like, like really shallow or clickbaity like that.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to, I don't know, necessarily like call them out to the arena in order to just talk about what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, see that? Okay.
That one. Okay.
Yes, I call her La Chola because of the eyebrows, okay? That's why I put La Chola eyebrows on here. Chola fied.
Wow, that's what you call him. You know, and
Yeah,
it's
La
funny
Chola.
because I find it
I got a
funny though.
couple names for him too. He's like my Chola, but I don't. Go ahead.
I just find it funny how like now how he's just going against the other person. Now it's like it's funny how they like they
And so
the thing in
I
comedy.
call him right now Senor Carnitas because carnitas is a meat.
Uh
You know what Senor means, and
yes,
carnitas is like something you would order that's a meat. I
yeah.
think it's pork.
Speaking of meat, that's what I'm eating. I'm eating a hamburger right now, so
Make sure you eat something green, damn it. Put something
I'm,
green in
I'm
your
working
body.
on it. I'm
Oh,
working on
working on it. You better work. You better work on a piece of lettuce. Not on a piece of broccoli. Wrong.
it. I
Yeah,
had broccoli the other day. I'm good.
yeah. Put it out your body. Come on now. Have broccoli the other day. Okay. Well, I think, yeah, exactly. This is what's funny to me, okay? It's like we're all going at somebody else and calling them all kinds of this and that. But back when other people were calling them all kinds of this and that for that which they doing exactly with that which they doing, it's the same shit. Sending pictures of our crotch, talking
Mm,
all crazy about shit that never will happen. Like that makes sense in human conversation. Like who walks around talking about how they're gonna sexually violate the world? It's like it's not like here's your change. Okay, exactly. I'd like to fuck you in the ear until your brain explodes or something stupid like that. That's
yeah.
this person goes there, right? And people don't talk to each other like that. It's who walks around babbling stupid shit like that. This fucking weirdo. When other people whose names have been evoked by La Chola, I'm like, how dare you say people's names and shit, La Chola?
Mm,
When other
yeah.
people's names are said, I'm like, that's the one of the people that you were like, you were laughing when this person was doing the same thing to that person, and now you want to be like, oh, blah blah blah. You think that shit funny? That's not the bitch to fuck with. I would not say that name unless you mean business, because look at how these people have reacted. It's gone full scale tantrum meltdown over some like YouTube shit, and they swear everybody else is on some shit when nobody else is like screaming at the top of their lungs in traffic, video after video about people who supposedly don't matter and supposedly ain't shit. Everybody
Exactly.
around them ain't shit. You know, they ain't shit. Everybody who they ever touched or knew or looked at ain't shit. Everybody who ever heard their name or said it ain't shit. Okay, got that. Right. You're awfully emotional, bruh.
Exactly. And I
You got
mean,
these ain't shit ass people. Are you bored? Is that what it is? Because boredom is fucking dangerous. You need a hobby. Go fishing. You know?
like they say, the idle mind is the devil's workshop, I guess.
Ooh, wee. I guess it
And these
is.
people's minds stay in idle.
They need to do something. And they like, nothing going on. Nothing going on. Oh, speaking of what's going on, how's the tournament practice going and all that?
Oh man, I'm good. I
You
just got
on it?
finished. I was doing all right. I'm doing. I
Make
just
sure you
ran.
don't. Hey, be careful when you're turning all doorknobs, opening all doors, and all that shit. Be
Yeah,
careful.
I'm trying to. I'm just trying to chill right now. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
myself mentally prepared. I don't wanna be the scrub that loses at like the first because it's double elimination. So
Okay.
yeah, so I don't want to be like the scrub that loses 0-2. You know what I'm saying? But
All right.
I want to go for the. I want to make an experience because this is my first ever tournament. So I've never really been to one. Like I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen the hype, and I've
Tournament.
been in a few
Yes.
little minor hypes.
Competition.
Love it.
Competition. Do it.
I love it. I love it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
Test your skill. Test your will to survive in the competition. Do
I will
it. Yes.
survive. I will survive.
Yes.
Let me go get my water. I'll be right
You
back.
got. Oh yeah. Okay. I know. I need to drink some water too.
Well, at least I've been drinking water. At least.
Yes, I have too. Pardon me, despite my throat. I haven't really spoken today. I do have to warm up every day when I speak. And I haven't at all. I didn't speak
But yeah,
much.
I'm just living
I
life
just
and
got
doing
home
it.
a couple hours ago.
And
I think she was doing homework. Okay, so go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
said, no, I'm just been living life and enjoying it, without any idiot free, somewhat for the most part. You know,
Okay.
until I saw we posted in that group what happened the other day with
Oh, that's so retarded. And it's like, yeah, I've gotten similar things lately too. And it's like, okay, I see that you're bored, but people have kind of moved on. You need a new routine, you need some new jargon, you need a new rap. It's old. Everybody's seen everything that you can do, and anybody who's interested, you haven't lost your fans. They're waiting for that same recycled bullshit. So go ahead and do that. But pardon me, it doesn't mean that I have to pay attention to it. It doesn't mean that I have to like, give it any respect or belief or anything like. And you don't want me to play with you because that's what makes you mad. You can't play with me. You can't play on the playground with me. They can't play on the playground with me. They get all mad, start throwing plates and shit, screaming and
want to
yelling and shit, you
want to
know,
take the ball back
playing in their pee and sending people they pictures of their pee and all that, like, oh no. It's like, come on. Yeah, this is really,
and then get mad.
you're acting like you're two. It's like, first I gave you guys credit. I was like, these guys are like a bunch of teenagers. And then it's like, these guys are like they're in elementary school. They're so dumb. And now it's like act like they want you to change a diaper. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know?
Right? It's like, golly, I just got finished changing your diaper 2 seconds ago. What
You
do you
just got
want?
finished changing it. What do you want? Just got
Exactly.
finished fucking taking out your shit. Like, ew, you stink. There that is. Well, are you better now? Are you done? Okay, here. Here's something. Here, put something in your mouth and go play with something sparkly or shiny or something. Do you want me to read to you? Oh Lord, I got to pay attention. Okay. This child seems ungrateful. Every time I start giving you any sort of attention, and if I read to you, you're unappreciative. If
Exactly.
I tell you the truth, you act like it's a lie. If I tell you a pretty story, you act like I'm trying to lie to you. If I
Exactly.
tell
Like these
you,
cats, now they just want the attention because
it's
like
like,
they
look, I can draw you a pretty picture. Look at that. Ah, it's stupid. And then it's like, ah, why aren't you drawing me a picture? some troll person, and I equate most trolls with Turtle Face because all the trolling of me in 6 years of YouTube. Now it's been 8 years, I think. It's going on 9 years of YouTube.
Yeah.
In all the trolling I received originated from Turtle Face. Okay, so I give Turtle Face and his ilk all credit for all the trolling I received because my channel is so obscure. I don't advertise it. I tell nobody about my channel. It's this big. Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody. You see my regular Facebook. How often do I post my damn videos of here? Never. I never fucking post my fucking videos on my Facebook. I just let it be on YouTube. It's on YouTube. People can go to YouTube if they want to see YouTube. When I first do something new, I go, hey friends, I did this, and I post it one fucking time. I don't send it to nobody inbox. I don't send it to nobody page because I'm not building a network. I'm not monetizing my shit. If I'm monetizing my shit, I'll be like, hey y'all, hi, I'm your friend. Give me a click because I get 10 cents for a click, and I would be putting it out there. But I don't, so I just let it sit there and I let it do its thing because I'm weird like that. And a lot of my stuff is hobby videos anyway.
Yeah.
It's not serious. If it was serious and I had to promote it, it's not serious. Child, please. My shit's all this tiny. These mugs, if they find it, it's because they knew it was there. You give them the attention, they bitch at what the attention you give them. You don't give them the attention, then they bitch because you didn't give them the attention. This troll account said to me, you had been gone for a week. And where were you? And Cliff was in jail. And I was like, are you fucking clocking me?
Like,
how dare you?
Like when I heard about that, and like even the reason why I'm kind of like with Tyrone, because Tyrone is actually he's one of the people under my network.
Is he partner with your network? Okay.
Yeah. So I make sure he's good. I haven't been able to get on the show often, but I do check on him and make sure he's good. So
that's cool. That's your business. That's between you and Tyrone. I have my own thing with Tyrone. My thing goes on because I'm a woman, okay? And he don't really trust them. If the man who trusts women doesn't say black women are the dumbest bitches on the planet. He never says that on his face. Why would you ever say that? The only reason why Turtle Face ever got under his skin is because he listened to some of that shit and been like, yeah, them bitches,
Yeah.
And that's a character flaw, and he doesn't have to burn in hell because he has a character flaw, Tyrone never flagged my page. Tyrone never tried to censor what I say, except on his own damn platform. I'm probably blocked on his shit. I'm probably, I haven't tried to comment to him or whatever. I don't want to communicate with him right now because I no longer need to. My point in communicating with him was to let him know I support you not being censored because I see that you're being attacked by a person who's a serial censorship machine. He goes around trying to censor everybody who criticizes him so that he can act like he has this reputation that he has not earned. With his fake ass account buying ass constantly. Yes, I'll say it a million times. Fake account buying ass. And you know it, man.
It's obvious though. That's the thing.
It's so obvious. You can't go from coast to coast and coast to coast and get like 4 people in the room, 5 people in the room in Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, my nobody ass gets more people than that in Los Angeles through my friends. You've been on my real fucking Facebook. There are hundreds of people on my fucking friends. Most of those people, and I say goddamn most of those people except for maybe 10. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say goddamn. I know that offends your Christian sensibilities. I'm respectful. My mother's Baptist. Full God. But most of those people are people I've shook hands with, breathed with. I share, or they're connected to friends that I also we share breath and life together.
Right. Indeed, I feel you.
I can get more people in the room than them 5.
That's one thing I can respect.
Tens of thousands of people on YouTube. You going coast to coast, begging people from your Facebook. Hey, meet me here. Hey, meet me here. I'm over here. Hey, meet me here. I'm gonna be here if you want to meet me here. I'm gonna be here if I'm going to the grocery store. If anybody want to meet me at the store, I'll get you some cheese. And you can't get but 5 people in the room to come in for your big broadcast. Hey, he's finally here. It's Facebook. Oh God, we're so glad you're here. Oh my God, I love you. I would come and see you, but you're not here. Oh my God, I would come and see you. I love you. I love you. Hey, Turtle Face. Hey, Turtle Face. Hey, Turtle Face. And some people are so damn slow they don't know scam when they scam. I'm so sorry not to listen. Go ahead.
No, you good. I know this your show anyway, so I'm good. I'm a guest on your show. But
whatever.
I can respect
it on YouTube. Go ahead.
But I respect Tyrone though. and that's why
Oh,
I have him on the
network.
network, and I respect his, what he does. I don't always agree, and that's one thing I can say about Tyrone. He doesn't censor people. That as long as you
Look,
stick on
he
topic.
gave all fucks a long ride, didn't he? I think he's still giving him a ride. Is all fucks still calling? It's like he still
Yeah,
let
and
the
I know
man
he still.
talk.
Matter of fact, I gotta call him. I gotta call the show and find out what happened because I'm like, because they used to be so tight, and then all of a sudden,
Oh no, it's
or
a
there was
mess.
always something. From what I
Yeah,
saw,
they're still tight. It's just very negative. You know,
yeah, I see
like
that.
it's like here, okay, like it's weird because like Tyrone, he hates all fucks, and these people's names we're saying because again, these aren't people who are trying to flag our channels, even if they hate our guts. You know, other people, I'll refrain from mentioning them just because I know they're dirty. So these guys, yeah, all fucks, and I'll be fucking up his name anyway. All fucks.
I can't help but laugh. Why you keep? What is?
I'm sorry. No, because this is why. This is where me and all fucks turn. We used to have like, whatever difference of opinion we talked. I asked him a simple question. All fucks, where are you from? Because he made some observation about women. And I was like, where are you from? Because I meant like what city? Not like, where are you from? What planet? Are you from Mars? You're stupid. I was just like, pardon me, I asked him where he was from. And he
Yeah.
said, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, he went off on one of his tangents because I don't know, he was bad. It was sauce 30. I don't know what the hell Offlex he owned. He owns something that gets him all hyped up. And that's his business. But he was like, bitch this and bitch that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, if that's the way you feel about it, that's fine. I present to you the bitch. Bitch on. You press that button, we can have that conversation. We can have that conversation, absolutely. My tone isn't going to change from this, but what I'm going to start to do is give you brutal honesty from the bottom of my toes. I just, and I hate to go there. I really do.
Yeah.
I hate to go there because I can have a conversation with somebody and be on the opposite side of the fence with them completely and not disrespect their humanity at all. Because we can disagree without disrespecting each other's humanity.
Exactly. Like
One,
me, you disagree all the like. There's times with me and you disagree on things, but
we
that doesn't
do.
mean
On
you know.
Tyrone right now. On Tyrone right now, we disagree.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. I just thought about that. You
But like
sure
he's on
right.
my network. I'm like, he's on your freaking network. That means he's partnering with you. As for me, I'm completely disbanded with him. I don't have to ever speak to him again. If I never speak to him again, it'll be too soon. It's not because I disrespect his humanity. It's because we have such a disagreement that I can't have a conversation with him because I feel like he's shut down to hearing what I have to say. I
Right.
don't feel like he's shut down to hearing what you have to say. I feel like he has a particular prejudice towards women, and so when women speak, he turns on his woman ears. It's not the same thing with men. It could be part of also, like a military background and being, having to trust other men, and not having to rely on other women so much because of his background being rooted in a time where women didn't make up as much of the population of the military. It's all of our stuff that we get is related to our experiences. Like if I were a baker and I worked in a kitchen, I'd be used to working with a team and delegating authority. Because other people would have to help me do stuff, or I'd have a sous chef. Like if I were a head chef, per se. So
Right.
I understand that he has his way of working, and I sure as hella, super, do not agree with him on so many fronts. That's fine. Like, what am I going to run around person to person on earth and tell them you have to agree with me or I have to wish you dead? Like, that's not logical. I'm so tired of people, and I speak so specifically when I think of people. I'm so tired of people trolling around and trying to put forth that that's a normal atmosphere. It isn't a normal
Exactly.
atmosphere.
And I really don't. I don't like that either. It's like you have to agree with me 100%, or you're a hater. You know what I'm saying? And I really hate that mentality. Um, that's to me, it's so many. That's childish. If to me, I think. For you to agree a whole bunch 100% with somebody, that's basically you're basically their yes man.
Right.
And I don't like having too many. When you have yes men completely in your life, you really can't grow. You can't see your own flaws. You can't grow and be a better person because you're so worried about you're so used to getting yes. When you get told a no, you don't know how to act. When you get told a no, you shut down and you be like, you know what? That's where the bitch comes in, the fuck you comes in, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, whoa there,
Right, yeah,
cowboy.
right. Like, all I said was no. I didn't say
You know,
asshole. I said no.
I
Like,
just didn't agree with you. I didn't. This is one part I didn't agree with you on. You
right.
know, and then you want to get upset, and that's where I guess, like I said, that from your viewpoint, I can see where you get at with Tyrone, and 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 some of the other people, but I know for these other people in this
Oh, but
so-called
he's not as
community.
bad as other people. Like, people are trying to paint him like he's as bad as the worst. And I'm like, he's not that bad. He's just, I find him to be lame in some areas that he could stand to strengthen if he's going to call himself a leader of anything. And that goes for anybody who calls himself a leader of anything. You have to be very strong in many areas because you not only have to be able to delegate, but you have to be able to do every job that you're delegating well enough to know that you're hiring the right person to delegate.
Yeah,
I mean, you're hiring the right person to do the job and to also, yeah, delegate to other people. Like, it's a network, a structure. I think part of him does well when he knows he needs employees or he needs people to do stuff, because he will let people do stuff for him and accept help. Some people have trouble with that. That's actually a character flaw for some people. Like, they will not accept the help. You know, there's this lady in the building who just had a baby, who I know it's like within the first year that she had this baby, and I saw somebody try to like open a door for her, and she like almost didn't let them open the door for her, and I was like, let somebody help you. I'm
yeah,
not just like
exactly.
my son and mother. I know all my neighbors, so we have conversations. I'm like, let somebody help you, Supermom. I know you can do everything and get away with everything, and you got a cable. Let the man open the door for you. She's like, no, I'm fine, I got it. I'm like, let him open the door. He's not going to eat your baby. There's a protective thing when you're nesting with your new baby too. You're like, ah, you don't want anybody coming around with your germs.
I understand.
If
I
you
understand.
can.
I ain't this my baby. No,
Some mothers
you know.
don't care. They just drop the child off like they dropped it off. Yeah, go fend for yourself. Some people do it because they've had many and they kind of understand that you're being overbearing. But yeah, this is a new mommy, first baby, you know, and she's protective. She didn't want to take no dang help. Some people really do have problems taking help when they should be taking some help, and they deplete themselves not getting any help, because they're trying to cover too many bases and take care of too many things.
Indeed.
So he's good at accepting some assistance when it comes to, like being humble enough to accept assistance and say, I can't do everything, you know. So
Exactly.
if you got some skill and you want to help me and you want to lend me some help, like him joining your network, he's like, oh, network? Is that helpful? Oh, cool. I'll be on the network,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And I mean, like I said, and that's what I helped him with. Like I said, I still do help him. Like as far as the money goes, like I said, he's making generating off his views. He's generating money off his videos.
that's
All
good.
he has to do is continue to keep uploading. He's got it.
That's
That's money in the
good.
bank. And like I
That's what
tell
it is.
everybody,
That's what I keep telling people. I'm like, look, if you want to do it, if you want to do the money thing, just be consistent and be consistent. So yeah, you get your intro and you do your stuff, and localize or centralize your content. Like, kind of pick something. Like, I love a whole lot of different people's beauty channels who do makeup and stuff. And there's a range of people. There are people who aren't as good as the next person, but everybody's creating and they give you each other ideas, and everybody's sharing, and everybody's making money off of their sharing with everybody, and other people are picking up tips and using them, and then they're showing what they've learned and all that stuff. Like, I just did like my first little makeup tutorial, and just to test out how I could make it. Like, it wasn't a full makeup tutorial, it was just a tutorial on how to cover your eyebrows to make it look like you don't have any, so that you can paint over them and make them higher and stuff for like theatrical makeup, Halloween and drag, stuff like that. So
mm,
somebody suggested I do it because she saw how I did some makeup, and she also does that kind of makeup, and she's a performer in San Francisco. And she was like, you need to do a tutorial on how you cover the brows because you did it really well, because it looks like their skin. She's like, do you shave your shit? Because I just shaved mine. I'm for, So I'm like, I can't. I have to go pick up the kid. I can't look like a skeleton, or. So yeah, I did this first thing just to see if I could format a tutorial. Now that I know that I can, I'm trying to, yeah, feel it out. Well, once I do that, I build that up, I might like monetize or stuff. But right now, it's like, yeah, once you monetize, there's a commitment. I don't want to like, yeah, start getting checks and be like, check. And it's like
I mean, you got to. I
relying on
mean,
that check.
I,
And like, I like
I'm
that check. They rely on that check. Now, speaking of that, okay. I appreciate that people like you and yours are trying to rely on your talent and not trying to rely on bullying or butchering other people in order
Exactly.
to make those clicks and hits. Because I am bored with the people who are trying to rely on the bullying and butchering people and using each other just to rely, you know,
Yeah,
on some clicks.
just
Because
because
that's
it's going to generate views and stuff. Yeah,
just to do that, exactly, like just for that. It's like, it's one thing if your thing is commentary and your thing is commentary on other people. One thing I think, like for instance, like Pinhead, okay, like Pinhead, okay. He, I say it like that because I got like my own. I can have issues with anybody, like we disagree, right? Pinhead, I think he's just a little bit too passive about some things and a little bit too aggressive about other things. So, but I feel like he has a commentary channel. He truly is like an observer who wants to speak on what he observes. And I don't get any sort of insincerity in that from him as a person. So I would not be thinking that him making a video with some title of someone in it had anything more to do with this is the subject of the video. Like I'm not
yeah,
putting this person in the title in order to clickbait them. I'll be talking about something else that nobody's ever fucking heard of in a minute. Just for now, I'm giving you my opinion on this person, right? Um, but there are other people within this particular arena who do not. They just only use a name to get somebody to click on their stuff. I think that, yeah, like Turtles is the biggest culprit there, but there are others. There's certainly others that
I can
just
name a
like,
few
it's
others
like
that do.
you're just doing that just to do that. There's some people that admitted they've done that. Like, I'm just doing it for that, and I'm like, but the after the fact, I had done it just for that. And it's like, see, I don't know how honorable that is. You're deceptive, and the only reason why it's coming out right now is because you think that you can no longer get in trouble for it. It's like a little more honesty with people. We're a little too grown. We're a little too grown. I gotta we about to be 40. It's just not too cute for me to be like, bullshit and like oh, somebody's gonna whoop me. Like kind of admit your shit and own it, and you'll be fine. You'll be
But
fine.
then,
You'll
then
learn.
too, you got to look at the, and like I tell people, like I don't understand. Like my thing about it was, is like people get upset when you reply back, and I'm like, you just got finished like the whole deal with my deal. You know what I'm talking about. Like then
Yes,
you
like
get mad, and then the thing was, I didn't
you cannot be upset right now for real. You can't be really.
like I didn't even like, and the thing was, it's like because you went that not after did you go after me for months on end. You got people that weren't even involved.
People who never even looked you in the face on your video, enough people who don't care about you or they just don't even know who you are or care who you are, and you're just like, hey, I'm gonna pick on that person just because you care about that person because they're trying to be upsetting to you, and it's like, what upsets? Yeah, the insult to your intelligence is the upsetting thing. That is what is upsetting. The insult to your intelligence. Like, what makes you think that anything that you say is going to change the way I feel about this person, the way this person feels about me? All you're doing is putting your misery on display. It's gross. It's gross.
Exactly, and it shows that you ain't got no buns.
Frustrated, man.
You know,
People
it's
pick on
sad.
you and pick on you because they're frustrated, and then when you respond, be like, "You responded because you frustrated." Like, no, I'm responding because you said my name. You knew I was going to turn around. You said my name. You knew I was going to turn around. You tap me on the shoulder. Don't tap me on the shoulder, and you tap me on the shoulder, and then be like, "Why'd you turn around?" I
Like,
can't
shut up, shut up.
do that. Right. That makes me want to slap you, and then it makes me think, you want me to slap you because you used to getting slapped. That's terrible.
See, this is why, and this is one of the reasons why I guess allow for whoopings in schools because there are so many people that are so used to that growing up.
Oh, you want people to be able to do the whoopings for some of the kids who need whoopings when ones that aren't getting it at home. I,
You
I
know
don't
what?
think
Some
everybody needs
and no,
whooping,
because
but I
some
think
people are so used
everybody
to
has
being.
fight in them. They need to channel that energy properly. For example, you're doing tournaments, for gaming, getting that competition, getting that fight. Babe's getting ready to do her taekwondo tournaments. Teacher's like, she's ready to do tournaments. I'm like,
Indeed.
tournaments. Like, get, because it's to channel that energy. We're humans, omnivores.
Exactly. But
Good, tear
I'm
something.
just talking
Good, like, kill something, tear its ass off, and barbecue it, and eat it. Ah! Like, we get mad.
I'm just like, golly. Like, even when I made, like, I even had part two of the video up, but I haven't released it yet. I was going to, but I was like, you know what? Things
See,
died
I
down.
hate this shell-shocked thing. I wish people would just have their conversations and be okay with it. If nobody cares, then nobody cares. I get so tired of, like, I will blame the turtle for all the trolling. Here. And that makes the trolls mad, too, because they want their own credit. They're like, I'm not turtle face. I'm like, yes, you are. You're all turtle face. All of you. You're turtle face number 337. So,
It's like, I don't like Turtleface. I need to be
I don't even
all
like
under him.
Yeah. I don't even like turtle face. I just don't like you. I'm like, okay, well, look, if you don't like me then, and you're saying the same thing, like, if you don't like Turtle Face, why are you watching Turtle Face? I'm like, well, if you don't like me, why are you not watching me? Like, why don't you turn me off? And why are you taking the time to tell me that you haven't turned
But,
that thing off? And you know that I don't care. You know that I'll never stop talking.
That's what, because you this, that, and the third. Like, that's what they tell you. They're like,
Right, because you're this, that.
and I'm like, you know what? Y'all are just dumb.
It's like, you're
And then
upset,
get
though.
mad when they was talking about getting flagged. I'm like, why y'all flagging me? Let's see. Let me
Well,
see. Let me see. Some of the stuff that you were saying.
right, you being straight up disrespectful, and you could use a little, like, shut up. You could use cup, shut the fuck up. You could use shut.
That and then also too threatening. Sexual advances, not only to just but try to and that's the thing. These cats are sexually confused.
They act like it's normal to do all that, throwing all that sexual confusion at other people. Like, I'm like, and I have said this before, I'm going to say it again, there's places on the web for you. Please go to them. I want you to visit those places right now. Okay, go to those places and visit them. Like, why here? Because this place isn't, or at least, yeah, why not listen to people when they're telling you no? Like, stop trying to, like, I don't know. Stop trying to make such a big deal out of the fact that, yeah, somebody told you no. Like, you hear no, and then you, like, go
Somebody,
on.
I mean, these cats are not even good storytellers. Like these people can sit up here and lie and make up a lie, and it don't even
And
be
make
halfway
up a
true,
lie on top of a lie. And tell others
and it don't
to
even be
shut
entertaining.
up.
Like the story don't even be good. Like that one video talking about LG tried to suck my dick. Like when was this? When did I make an advance to you?
Speaking of La Chola said the same thing. Said that I wrote to him saying, I'm upset with, and I want to leave my husband to land my mouth on your little Vienna. Like, I'm not interested. And especially, why would I be interested in something that is so notoriously unworthy, according to certain sources? Well,
One of those
get
social
all the way
beings.
into this business, one of those sources being very close to, which
Exactly. That's
means that
exactly
I'm
what I was
trying to
thinking.
fight miles and years of, you know, it's funny.
But
Yeah,
that's
you're gonna make that up. That's what you're gonna make up. Like, you could have made up a lot of things, but that's what you're gonna make up. You could make up, I don't know. Like, you might as well say that. Like, my thing has been, you might as well say that, pink elephants come in cans. Just say pink elephants come in cans. You can say all that. Pink elephants come in cans. Was that true? Somebody's gonna make canned pink
because
elephants
somebody else said,
just to
well,
prove
I
me
believe
wrong.
it. And then you got one that said, well, one of them talking about I can't even. That's so funny. I believe it because it sounds like it could be true. Yeah, I believe it. And you the same one beefing with the same guy, and you believe it.
Right,
Y'all
right.
just
No, I believe it.
y'all was just beefing, you
Right.
know. And then come to find out, and then what's the name wanted to jump in, the one they love to call,
Oh God.
for real.
Uh. Uh.
That thing,
That
man,
child
that
is
whole
not well.
video,
That child is
man,
not
that
well.
whole video trying to get on
That
me and the
child is not
squad,
well.
mostly me, talking about video game sissies. I'm like, really? this motherfucker, and then go sit up here, make up this whole scenario.
Like he's never played a video game. First of all, like he's never
First
played a
off,
video game. Second
okay,
of all, like you're Mr. Mature. Like you're Mr. Mature. Third of all, like video games are immature. Like just stop it. Stop acting like video games aren't made by adults, manufactured by adults, bought and sold by adults, tested by adults who play the games. It's and it's for recreation, which is for anybody.
exactly. And then
Like it's like
four,
saying oh you're an adult and you play tennis just because kids play tennis
yeah, exactly. Only kids play tennis.
or
Only
baseball
kids
because
play
there's little league.
basketball.
Can't believe you play baseball. There's little league. Like shut up. I like
That,
baseball because I'm good at it.
and
I like baseball
then,
because of this, whatever. Ugh.
and
Dork.
then back to like making stories.
Oh. Yeah, they have to make up stories in order to. This is how they fight you. I'm going to make up a story about you. I'm like, well, I could make up a story about you, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just outdo you with doing my own thing. How about that? How about I'll just
Exactly. And then like, well,
outdo my haters? Thank you for the motivation. C'est la vie.
you know, you know, LG's girl look like X, Y, and Z. You know, she be this, that, and the third, and da 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 da. No,
I do not appreciate everybody picking up. Okay, I picked up the color purple reference from Marvelous. Oh shit, I don't know if I meant to say that all out loud. Damn it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to drag you into shit. I don't mean to drag him into shit. Damn. I like for him to be able to choose when he's in things. But it was just I posted something, okay, and it was about my saying this person, like he's got to be kidding, with all that. Why does he attack people's looks and then always throw his girl up and this and that? It's like not like even she's even like winning any beauty contest or anything like that. Not to pick on the woman, bless her and her children, but
mm.
Apu's wife. But Apu's wife is what I'm saying. Apu's wife is what I'm saying. I'm like, that's as good as it gets for you. Don't even freaking start with me. It's all subjective anyway, and we could both go back and forth all day about that. That's subjective. If you want to like crack and play the dozens, we can do that, and I will do that to you. And one of the things that dude said was because he's a friend and he's kind. I ain't trying to start no shit. Y'all cool. Is that he said, looking like Miss Celia, and he put up that picture, and I was like, they're similar in their features. Just because that one angle where Whoopi turned, there was something about the part of the features that looked a little similar. It's the same
Exactly.
tribe thing. It's not even really an insult. I'm a huge Whoopi Goldberg fan. Huge, huge Whoopi Goldberg fan. I love what she said about, look, if you hit a man, don't act like he's not going to hit you. If people are acting all mad because she said that, like she lost her damn mind, I'm not mad at her for that. I love her for that. But he said she looked like Whoopi Goldberg. So I put in a video. I put her picture next to.
No. Okay, y'all. The connection.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I put a picture of her like next to Whoopi in a video where I was replying to him, where he was making some video on me, akin to the one he made to you, just where he was just like, it's like you're talking incredible shit about me, like I've done something to you that's personal. So why don't you accept that I haven't, and get on with your life.
Yo,
If you have a
come to
difference
find
of
out,
opinion
you
with
probably
me, just
got him
say
a
what it
job
is. Good. Glad for him. I mean,
now. It's finally because I'm still tripping off the like when I go back and look at my video that I did on those two.
uh,
I got on LA so good when they got to that part, like the LeBron 3.0 hairline.
okay.
Like, where did I come up with these things?
I got some memes from him. No, that he he says people's hair. I'm like, don't point to hair as a point of insult. You've you've got insecurities about hair, and I'm
Yeah,
glad for him that he shaved it off. That helps people, to just get rid of thinking about their hair so much. You know, I'm lazy. I get up and go hair. I really don't. As you can see, like I'm not trying to impress. I'll put a wig on before I grow my hair and take forever to do with my hair. Other people, it's different. They have such a connection. They want all that hair. They need all that hair. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are.
yep,
There's room for both on Earth.
yeah,
He
you right.
has an obsession with hair that makes him insult other people's hair. Like, this person's hair, this person's hair. And before anybody says, well, what do you think about turtle face and the fucking fucked up hairline? Fuck turtle face. And I mean, from head to toe, he gets no allowances. None. Never. Never. Okay? Because that's how he is with other people. You know, he's very absolute. So fine, here you go. I'll give you the same. I'm just meeting on the same plane, dude. Some people will give you, you know, a couple, and I'm like, okay, I can meet you there, right?
Yeah.
As for me and Senor Carnitas, he will
Mhm.
say, well, Jeannie never flags, and I'm like, that's true. I don't. I don't flag. I don't flag. I just kind of don't because you know why? It's not because I'm so damn nice. It's because I know that you're going to use that as an excuse to say, ah, flag. And you're also going to use it as an
Right, and
excuse to
that is
flag
the
me.
reason. Yeah,
You
the
know?
only reason why, like I tell people, I never really had to flag too many people,
Good.
and the only reason why I would is because if it really, I feel that it violates the
No,
terms. And
violations are supposed to be flagged. Violations of terms, which is what I'm talking about with turtles. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Like my thing that I'm preparing for a freaking turtle for the person up on the hill that I can visit any
oh
damn
yeah,
time.
because that matter of fact, I know you did the because I saw, like I said, that's what I was saying. I saw that video that you did that you wrote the letter.
Yeah, violation of terms because some of that stuff is like absolutely ridiculous. It's like you cannot be threatening to beat up people just because they disagree with you. You cannot be telling people that they're gonna die if they keep disagreeing with you. And you
Exactly.
cannot ask everybody you have as subscribers to go flagging people because they disagree with you. That's not the way the system works. You know, these violations have to do with something that is, you know, based on this particular list right here. And somebody disagreeing with you doesn't fit that list. Okay.
Exactly. Difference of
Likewise,
opinion.
if you're going to flag people for using your content, then take other people's content off your videos. How about that? That's
Exactly.
insane. That's the first thing that he did with me that I thought was like insane. You know, I make a video where I'm talking about him, and I had a style of using screenshots, you know, and I referenced him after a very ugly conversation, you know, in a video where I was very calm. I was like, gosh, I've had this bad interaction, and I put, you know, this picture.
Yeah.
He uses my entire clips. Okay, he's using my clips, he's putting my picture next to things, all of that. I'm like, that's cool. I can do the same thing to you. And oh, did I? And you know, and I really, you know, I was like, look, I'll put you over here, I'll put you over here, I'll put you on a donkey. Look, you're on a donkey. I'll do lots of stuff with you. You know, because Photoshop, I kind of like to play with that. So mess with me when it comes to like image wars, you know, meme wars. I love that. Let's do it. You know, it's still like I'm gonna stick to the topic. I'm not insulting you personally, and I'm not trying to censor you. You know, I'm just meeting you with like kind. You're with like stuff like you're trying to say, look, your whole demographic is this, that, or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, I am that demographic, and here's what I have to say about it. And your opinions are forceful, so my reaction to those opinions is forceful, and it's still not as denigrating to your humanity as what you're doing to me. You know, I'm just telling you that this is why you're wrong. This is, you know, and here's a picture.
Exactly.
Look, I drew a
The
picture
difference of
of why you're
opinion,
wrong.
like even then, it's like to me, and like if I ever had somebody that I don't like, and I really get to a point where even people that I had this like severe disagreements with, I get over it with after a while.
Right.
But when it comes down to Turtleface, I I can honestly say that I don't like him. Period. Like I can't stand him. Like it, there's just certain people I can't stand, and he's one of them. And it mainly is because of what he stands for. And what's worse is that it's bad to have an idiot. What's worse is you have a idiot with a following.
Oh God. Absolutely. Yeah, I do not love that at all. I really do find that like it's sad because it's not because somebody wants to follow him or agree with him or he has an audience. It's not necessarily that because I know that there's some broken, hurt people that are going to follow broken, hurt people on their broken, whatever.
Yeah,
It's just like watching a show you don't like or whatever. Like, yeah, if you don't like it, don't watch it. I got that. It's that there's a sort of like abusive thing where he's taking advantage, and then there's that abusive thing where he's abusing other people and then trying to encourage other people to abuse other people. Like that's not cool. It's just not. It's not okay. It's not okay. It just is not okay. I can't act like, oh yeah, this is fine. Well, act like you know, oh you're taking you're just you're going on and on. You're in love with him. Like, come on now. Don't even try that. What's going on here is you know, Turtleface tries to act like he never did anything that he's done. And anytime he wants sympathy for the fact that he's a complete fuck up, he goes, I'm a father and do better than me. And then on the rest of the days, he's like, I'm superior to you and I get to kick all of your asses. Fuck all of you. Ha ha ha. I'm going to steal all your videos. Hey, LA, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take your shit. I'm going to upload it and I'm going to flag you for copyright of your own shit. Ha ha ha. Hey, Jeannie, I'm going to shut down every channel you ever had. Hey, LG, everybody around you needs to burn in hell. Hey, everybody suck my dick. I'm the king of the fucking mountain of shit. I can't sit there and go like, oh yeah, that's okay. Well, forgive him. He bailed out Clifton. I'm like, I don't care. You know,
And
Clifton
I can't
did
stand
not
that.
ask him to do that.
I can't
Clifton
stand
did
them.
not
I
ask
can't
him to do
stand people that do that. Like you can't sit up here. I mean, yeah, it's cool. You got your own opinion, and I respect that to the fullest. But at the same time, when your opinion is flawed
that.
and you can't take criticism, and you want to be so stuck, and you know your opinion is flawed when you sit up here and try to silence other people
Right,
because they point out the flaws in your opinion.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's ridiculous. Like, why are you not just standing on your word, letting it be what it is, and letting other people's be what theirs is? Because that's what this forum is about, allowing everybody a chance to include their piece. He has scared people shitless into even like wanting to show their face or wanting to say what they have to say because he specifically targets women a whole lot. He mega trolls the absolute crap out of them. This I absolutely know because I'm telling you, like 6 years of peace turning into nightmarish, hellish messages every day and all the time, particularly on my channel, which is still an obscure channel. Like, why all of a sudden? And if this guy has tens of thousands of people following him around, supposedly, how come I only get trolled in these like waves and consistent inconsistencies? How come there these patterns are just so ridiculous and easy to point out, and it's the same thing over and over again. Like there should be a whole lot more people who want to tell me that I need to go to hell. Like, how dare you do this? According to his supposed reach, like with Tariq and his going to give his lecture, for instance. I checked out like the other day, like Tariq did some lecture. I'm no Tariq lover. I just, he's on the radar because the puppet shit's hilarious. Puppet's hilarious. So Tariq, he's a jerk. Puppet's hilarious. Tariq's kind of, weird. But he does his thing. He gave his lecture. And he had people show up for this thing. Like
Mm,
there were people at the screening. There were people at the lecture. It
yeah.
is a draw. If there was such a draw, Turtleface, I mean, there should really just be a whole lot more. I should be able to detect more people in the room, Turtleface.
Yeah.
You're messing with people who are already in the room and already going to be on YouTube anyway, regardless of you, and trying to act like the only reason why they ever heard of YouTube is you, because you discovered that they were there and then started to try to manipulate the atmosphere around them. It's just so ridiculous. And yeah, it upsets me. Speaking of Tyrone, I'm glad he's choosing to squash things in order to not attract bullshit to his channel or
Right.
to his, like just to move on from things. What I don't love is like if and I don't think he is. What I would not love is if he were taking the perspective that Turtleface is going to change or that Turtleface is different all of a sudden, or he's not this like self-serving creep, who's like out for blood and out for like, draining other people of their resources for his own gain instead of being like, you know, asking, at least ask. Like,
Mm-mm.
can you ask? You're trying to punch people and take their platform for them and act like they can't have it. So that is why I'm
Yeah.
preparing. I'm like, why does Divine Providence, when he did this thing, and we can bring it back around town. Bring it around town. I want to, yeah, like we could have like a religious discussion. That'd be cool. We could have a religious debate. I'll get in your head. I'll ruin your Christendom for you.
Yeah.
Now I will. Oh no, I'll just make it what it is, okay? Because this is what I would love to see more doing with people, like making things what they are. Don't hide from things from what they are. Just if you choose something, if you adopt something, like let it be your choice, and you do not have to beat other people over the head with it. Like let things be as they are. Okay, so he said something like, God led me to do this, and his sister was saying something in the video like, this is nothing but God, and that was like a very, Southern lady thing to do, or like a, Southeastern, or like, East Coast lady thing to do. Like he's constantly like referencing God in their conversation, and I thought that was very charming. Like it's very sweet of her to like be very welcoming and receiving and cool, and not making a big stink about things, no matter how she felt about this person just showing up out of nowhere with all these dancing cameras at a house.
Yeah.
He said, God sent me. God put me in a position to do that. I just caught a second of something. I can't listen to his stuff. Like too much of the time, it's like it's abrasive. He's so hurt and so awful. I just like skim through whenever I think that I should pay attention to something, according to the timing of the trolling. Like, oh God, I'm getting trolled. Turtle face wants me to pay attention. What is a turtle face? Like think. I'll skip through. Like I heard this, I heard this, I heard that, I heard that. Okay, he's talking about this, whatever. Or sometimes I'll just press 7 so it skips ahead. It gets around there to where it's like whoever he's yelling at, like, oh, he's mad at so and so today. Okay, he's mad at Tariq for suing him. Okay, he said, God put me in a position to do this clip. I was like,
what? What?
Oh, really? See, that's not cool. Like, that's not cool. Like it's not that. My problem is with people in language, and people want to beat people over the head with language. For instance, a kid at school had a friend who like has really super uber Christian-y parents who take it like to the dark side of like, Jesus is going to shove a Bible up your ass if you do not do this. It's like, no, Jesus is love. Jesus is love. Jesus is more of a hippie. It's like, go take a walk in nature and appreciate the sunshine and be nice to people. Like it's not about like whap. So this girl, so the babe, like the girl was referencing something, and the babe was like, oh my God, and it's not a common, part of the babe's, speech to be like, oh my God, but she said that about something that she thought was particularly, like she was like, oh my God, like somebody said something stupid or did something stupid. She said this, blah, blah, blah. Her friend slapped her, for this. Devorah shoved her into a locker because she said stuff. Like she was like, hey, like she like shoved her, like, don't you? And they got over it, whatever, and she like knows that girl got. I'm like, she be getting corporal punishized, okay? And her mama probably slapped her, and she's probably told, don't you take the Lord's name in vain, whatever. And now the babe is like her mother pointing out her hypocrisy that she's seen. She was like, I heard somebody else say this, so we were doing this stuff in class. People were like, God, all over the place. She didn't run around slapping the class. I was like, hypocrisy. Yeah.
It's always funny when that happens. I always find that funny. Like I used to have those moments, those aha moments. Like wait a minute, hold on, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
We you know where I'm at. So guess who? We got a visitor or a resident.
Nigga, don't turn the thing around. Pop in here. Hey, how you doing, Miss Jeannie?
What's up? How you doing?
I was gonna turn around anyway. Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. I just like to say that I made a good investment of him coming here to Studio 11. Just saying.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm glad you guys are getting together and building more solid connection within the network of the dynasty.
I already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
How you been? No, I ain't heard from you in damn.
I know. Well, I can't, do something all the time. Like, it's costume season, everybody wants stuff done. I have to do these things. I have to go to events and stuff like that and put on makeup. I love the end result. It's just a process. Like, it can take hours if you really want to put on, like, a whole bunch of different stuff. You got to blend, and you got to layer, and you don't want to put too much on, and it's all that. So, yes, I've been, like, doing all this stuff and then, like, being tired. And if I go out and I have one beer, it takes me 2 days to recover from just like I'm about to be 40, you guys. I am old. I cannot go out and party with the kids and act like we have like shots. I'm not shots. I'm like, I'll do a shot. I'll do a shot and then I'll watch you do a shot. I will buy you a shot. I did a shot. Okay, I will nurse this fear. Okay, I did a shot. It's not going past this one. No, I can't. I will nurse this fucking bottle all night. I will be on the other one. There's one all night.
Mm.
Speak.
So I've been going out and doing something like I need to sleep, and then I have guitar lessons. I've been like playing guitar and stuff. And like it has to, I have beholden to my teacher. Like I refuse to go and not have done the things I learned that week and like be like lame. I want to like progress every week. So he goes like, "Good, that was good." I love that. I'm like, I did it, see? So like,
No chill.
and David's going to a school that like is really kind of demanding. They have I got homework every Tuesday night. I got this journal that she has that I gotta write in. Like I gotta look like read. There's this book she's reading. I gotta review the book with her and write all this stuff. I'm like, I can't believe y'all just for her to go to a school where they got some art classes so she could be an animator. That's messed up. Okay, well, I'll do it. That's my baby. I love her. I will do it. So she wants to be an animator.
Oh, she wants to be
Yeah, she wants to be an animator. She does character design and stuff. Like she's taking a comic class where she's learning how to do her own comics and storyboards and paneling and developing the story and stuff like that. She does these characters. She might want to join the network because there's a picture like there's some video where she's like I got 100 views on this and I put it on this fandom site and it's fandom. Like oh really people like your fandom thing. Like it's this character.
I said do it. I mean, as long as she got your permission.
She's doing her own editing and it's this one particular story. So she might want to do she might want to do the a channel for just this one particular animated story that she does where she does the voiceovers with her friends. She does her own editing. I have nothing to do with it at all. And she does the drawing, she does the coloring, she does the animation, she puts music on it, and it's like a take on like Japanime stuff, and it's hilarious to me. I think it's really good actually.
Okay. That's a lot of work. She got a lot of work. But real quick, I just want to drop off a little bit, Miss Jenny. Got another issue take care of, and I gotta practice too.
No, that's cool. Go for it. Do your thing, you guys. Build.
Real quick before we say toodles. You saw the situation that I was in No Catfish, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we was talking about that.
Yeah, you was.
Yeah, I told her
talking about that, and it's like ridiculous. It's like, what makes you think I have time for you? Did I call your name? So why do you think I need to answer to you? Okay.
And you know what the funny thing is, G? You know what the funny thing is? The channel that he found me on was a brand new channel of mine. I erased my old one, created a brand new channel.
You're like, you know what? I don't care. How about I do a new channel? You're right.
Well, he probably found it because he replied to me. He replied to me to my comment because I put out. He must have still be connected to mine.
Okay.
Trying to follow me around, so.
Yeah. But we.
That's extra stupid talk.
but we the ones that's stalking though.
You ain't. Are you even looking? Is anybody looking to hear any of that mess? It's messy. It's repetitive.
Matter of fact, even Big J, I left the comment. I left a comment on one of Big J's videos.
Yeah.
And I think we talking about Big
J. Big J is really animated. Like Tyrone loves Big J. He's like, they got a love-hate going on. He's like, Big J is on the line.
Exactly. It is like my thing was just like even with him like I left a comment, a legit comment, straight up legit.
Like, no. You're like I'm commenting on the topic.
Yeah, he had the nerve to think that you sent me, like you or Tyrone sent me.
I'm like, I don't even listen to Big J's stuff. Like, I don't even know anything about it. Like, I don't tell anybody to do anything to him. Like, we don't even. The only time I even interact with him is on the times that I be in the chat room and he'll say something and it's between me and him. I don't tell anybody to say anything to him. I don't tell anybody to watch anything. I don't post his shit anywhere. I don't do anything that has to do with that guy. He's a guy on YouTube that does his own thing on his own channel just like everybody else. He has his weird little feminism thing in his head, and that's his thing. That's all I know. I'm like, Big J, he's the guy who hates feminists. He likes to call everybody feminist. He likes to yell. That's Big J. He stutters. And people make fun of him, make fun of his stutter. That's Big J, you know?
Now, LG.
And I call him Small J000 when I'm, poking him with
Big
the stick.
J still got the videos up.
But if he's flagging me, no. If he starts flagging me and acting stupid, then it's like, okay, well then you're my mortal enemy because you want to censor my free speech, and that's akin to like trying to do this and rape me, and I don't like that shit. So I don't like people like that. And my presence on Earth is to fight people like that. So I'll put you on my little shit list. There you go. You're on the list. Good. But other than that, he's just a guy giving his opinion, and I disagree with him heavily. That's it.
That's everybody, right?
Hey, but look, don't. Hey, but look, I ain't worried about it though because the only thing you gotta do is just press that button, and I take my two little happy feet, walk out, and walk, not ride, walk all the way down there to the police station. Because from where we're actually 10 minutes walking distance away
Mhm.
from going down there and
And
taking
being
all
like,
that.
this
We
person is
got our little
ridiculous.
class, turn that shit in. Ooh,
You going to jail
Yeah,
now? You
you going
going
to
to
yeah,
jail
jail
now?
now?
right. It's like you like
Oh yeah,
it.
we.
Like it's like you likes jail. He likes the jail. He's like, somebody send me to jail because I am really acting like I can't get along with others. And I want to be in a box. And see, here's the thing that, like, real quickly, is really depressing is, these gentlemen love to, like, invoke, like, blackness as this sort of shield and badge of valor that makes them go, like, blackness and blackness first and blackness only. And anything near you that is not black, is oppressing black and stealing from black. Stealing from black while oppressing black. Everything else outside of black means nothing. Stay away from it. It's poison. Don't touch it. And fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck your ass. Fuck you in the ass. And da 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 da. And when I was in the jail, and I was pinning people in the pretzels, and I was fucking people up, and it's like, okay, aren't you just like, first of all, you're no better than this system when you're labeling people in a manner, being oppressive, being like, I'm gonna cut you down by calling you this, right? Isn't that a thing that like the supposed enemy does? The other thing is you're celebrating the fact that you were a part of this system and you are missing, being able to be in that position of authority over other people, and it's like you're
Mm.
not all that like caring, And this person also likes to tell me like you don't care about nobody else. I'm like I care too much, I care too much. You don't even understand. It's like I sleep well, I wake up with a smile on my face, somewhere, over the course of the day, it's like, my meditation, space where it's just like the things of the world. Oh my God, I have to find out like what's going on with the world, like world news. Like I can feel it, What is it, Mother Earth? Tell me what it is. Your children are crying. Where are they? Okay, Ebola. Holy shit. Like let's read that. Okay, like okay, like, Eastern Europe. Oh my God, what's going on? Asia. The children are all lying down and saying, we can't take it anymore. Like, and then the people next door, or the mother who won't let people open the door for her. It's like, will you please let somebody care for you? Like, I care, I care like so much. I was just thinking today, like as I was walking, my neighbors and like were smiling, and like I was thinking, my neighbor's so beautiful, like saying like, people who smile, like it's some old guy with paint all over him, It's like, oh, because he's working and he's old, and like he climbed the ladder and he put on the paint for somebody to be able to come home to some beauty, and I'm just like, people, I see all kinds of faces of people and everybody's pretty cool, and I really want to promote that and ingest that and be that, and like, along come these assholes
Exactly.
acting like everybody else is all fucked in the head, and it's like, no, not really. Only when they have to think about or look at or hear from you, and then they're upset for 2 seconds.
It's like, do I gotta go with this? But yeah,
Like, no.
we about to head about. We
All
gotta
right,
take business, but this
take
is
care
always
of
a pleasure.
business. Always,
Always,
yes. All
like
right.
if you want to drop in, I'm gonna be dropping in more often.
No problem. Yes, I will do the same. I'll try to keep in touch on a more regular. I plan on doing it because it's like, it's easy enough. I can do it. Stop being lazy.
All right, Miss Jenny, we'll be seeing you later.
All right. Later,
All
gentlemen.
right, now
All right.
out.
Out. All right. There go the gentleman. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, the ridiculousness abounds and abides, and let's face it. By now, we know what's going on here, don't we? We know that there's a lot of numbers that are unaccounted for, and we know there are a lot of like, hidden people. Now, this is not to discount the people that are actually there. I see the people who are actually there. It's not that I'm diminishing the numbers of the people who are actually there. I'm taking the time, to do a little part to listen to everyone, and to speak less. And that is because I do not, well, first of all, can't always let your left hand know what your right is doing. Sometimes you have to be a little busy stirring the pot, and people got to get out the kitchen. But I really try to keep it, I don't know, progressive. Trying to keep things moving in a positive direction here. So I will pop up from time to time and give my opinion on the 411 as it pertains to everything affecting this particular little area. And that's all that's watching this, because I open this channel, who knows about it? I link to it from a channel that's obscure to this channel that is obscure. There is no reason why anybody who does not know I exist through this little, whatever on YouTube to be at this channel. People who know me personally, hundreds of people, don't need to be at this channel. Although there are people who are close to me who do know about this saga with this BS that started in June 2012 with Turtle Face. I keep bringing it up because you guys are going to eat it. You can eat it like fresh baked cookies and biscuits. Okay, you're going to eat the story over and over again until you get sick of it. Because, I will not be lied about by a bunch of fucking losers. I'm going to easily speak my truth, and you're not going to, bully me into silence by saying, we're going to rape you and kill you. I'm like, okay, are those the worst words you can come up with? Like, I can be a lot more creative than you, How about I'm going to take a sword, all right, and I'm going to slice you, right, from your taint to your jugular, okay? I'm going to gut you, all right? I'm going to paint a picture with your guts. Okay, you can be a little bit more creative, like let's have a party, and we'll see who's sicker and who's quicker with the tongue and the fingers and the mind. I don't mind. I like to play word games. I really do. Some people are good at them. Some people have an affinity for language, and it has nothing to do with proper speech. Okay, that's a whole other thing. That's part of it, Being a good linguist, you can have proper speech, but that's not all of it. And speaking of good linguists and people with stutters and stuff like that, this is not to discount, that section of humanity and say let's all make fun of small J 000 because he stutters or whatever, because James Earl Jones had a stutter. That's still Darth Vader, motherfucker. And they used to do marble mouth techniques and therapy and stuff like that. I think I've mentioned that before. I'm not a person who has to discount a person with a developmental disability. And as a matter of fact, they're a human being too. You just like everybody else. Just like that next asshole who decides that, okay, you're going to pick on me for no reason other than I'm here. I can do the same thing with you. We can start picking at you. We'll see who cracks first. I'll do the same, and I'll treat you with humanity. Pick on your looks, pick on your inside, outsides, behavior. One thing I don't choose to do, my roast style, as what's his face will call it, is not to make up stuff about a person. The truth is funnier, and it stings more, and it's more effective in this corner. This is for damn sure. Truth be sending them nutcases running, they lost it, they lost their ever-loving minds. And they're bored out of their gourd. These guys, it's what? Are you serious? It's if you guys don't post a video about shit, that's cool. With me, it's they feel like they have to poke each other if nothing's going on. I was saying this in a Chrislyn Karazin thread that went in a hilarious direction. But yeah, I was saying that where there's no problem, they'll make a problem. Where there is no problem, they will make a problem. Instead of using, the peacetime to prepare for war, really. Educate yourself. Get a hobby. Go fishing. Do something. Go out and get something on your mind and in your heart besides, the silliness. So I've said before, and I say it again, it's a wind down time, during the graduation, the culmination. I have no intention of, using all of the creative time that I expend on Earth thinking about the things that stemmed from the acknowledgement of this asshole. But there are things that affected too many other people in a way that is particular to my demographic that gave me a sort of social responsibility to lend my energy because I have a certain particular set of ability that requires that I use it or lose it. So, research is definitely something I've done for a living. And getting to the bottom of this BS with these fools in this little corner that misnames itself and its activities all the time. Yeah, getting to the nucleus, getting to the core, it wasn't that hard because everybody's been really sloppy and lazy. And that's by design. You know, it's sad that some people are crave abuse so much that a person that they want this, they want somebody to like step on their nuts and tell them they ain't shit. Like, and look, hey, there's businesses that run off of that kind of activity. You can get somebody to help you out, but it's sad that that's what you need. It's sad that that's what you need. That in any case, that's sad that that's what you need. That's too bad, because that seems really, really painful. And for people who acknowledge themselves truly and make a regular habit out of acknowledging what it is that they've come and grown to need, then they are better able to manage it. It's like taking your medication or whatever. And I don't mean like taking a pill. I mean like, eating the things you're supposed to eat, eating that thing that doesn't taste good, making it taste good, or getting a better taste for things that aren't good for you, aren't good, but are good for you, uh, developing your palate for stuff like that. I don't know. It takes a lot of time for everybody to figure themselves out. This I know. I'm not completely heartless or anything, but only so many excuses I can give for some of this behavior. And there are people who like acknowledge that they need some fucking help, and they get some fucking help, and everybody has their own journey, so everybody gets that like. I don't know, that no that should have been a yes, that kind of shifts their perspective and alters their development in a way that lasts or sort of directs their tendencies and habits a little bit, everybody, pulls some kind of short stick or wild card. But, oh my God, for these fools to sit here and act like they don't see what they're doing, and to do all that blaming of other people as much as they do, and it's craving abuse. It's like you're acting this way because you want me to judge you. You want me to see just how plumb ridiculous you're acting, as if you were in the middle of the street, screaming lunacy, screaming lunacy in the nude, in the middle of the road, like you've lost it, breaking things, throwing stuff, other people's stuff, any stuff, like damn near getting hit in the middle of the road, just like tantruming out. Instead of just going to get what you want, like prison sex or a man or a white girl or whatever it is that you're fucking screaming about, or a black woman who puts up with your shit. Ugh. Craziness. I think there was a lady who put up a video where she had said something, and I won't even say her name because I do not wish for anybody associated to be penalized for my observation of their intelligence. This lady hasn't been through it already. Anybody stalking her will know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. When she said, what is it that you want? If a woman shows you aggression, she's too masculine, right? You want her to act all demure and shit, but then you want her to stand up for you. You want her to back you up. You want her to support you. Oh man. She spoke it to the confusion, to the double-headedness. I wouldn't give that shit, a label that requires a pill. Just a diagnosis, just to show what it is and to know this is how you avoid it, to stay away from it. Oh, speaking of rampant disease, oh, good grief. I hope that some fucking less idiotic people get a hold on this madness lately that we will endure here with these jesters running around messing with hazardous materials, human lives. Ay, ay, ay. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna not really give, like, I don't know, the wrong kind of attention or too much attention to this madness with these fools. I'm just going to lend what is necessary as needed. The session is winding to its finish because I'll, drop off my complaint with the YouTube people and I'll be done with that. Like, look, this guy and his serial terms of use violations, watch that, because it's not that he has an opinion. That's his business. That serial freaking stalk slander, censor, deny, repeat cycle. You know, there's reasons why they have their terms to prevent things that he does like that. It's so that everybody can have a voice. So, nice try. You put a lot of energy into making sure that your little routine worked well for you, but it's not right. You don't like deserve that. He doesn't deserve to be able to run around bullying people and acting like he's an angel and who smells like a rose, and that everybody else is crazy for ever challenging him running around bullying people like a fool. Just because he figured out, oh yeah, I can act like I'm somebody else who supports me. I can pretend that I'm my own supporter and tell myself I'm right, and these slow, lonely people will fall for this shit because that's what they do. This person doesn't believe that you're any challenge for him, doesn't believe that you're smart enough, leads you around by the nose, treats you like crap, you line up for more of the abuse. It is just uncannily ridiculous. It is life on earth. What are you going to do? It takes all kinds, right? There's some people who are very well adjusted and some people who are not very well adjusted. Damn. So, la 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 la. I'm not gonna give too much. Just right. I'm gonna make it just right. Make the roux just right. I'm gonna throw in the right amount of ingredients. It'll be a nice pot of gumbo. I'll feed all the people, and everybody will have a good time. Listen to some music. All the musicians get to play. It's a jam. All right. Everybody who got some can get some, because it's not cool to try and deprive everyone who opposes you, of the bevy that is free speech on the internet. There's some people who believe they're giving this to us so they can watch us. We're being watched. And I'm like, I don't know. That kind of never changed. I mean, there's always been like, okay, if it was a small town, everybody knew everybody, and everybody knew what was going on, and people held you to a certain standard. And if you weren't this, you had a certain reputation. Like, people have always been that damn nosy with each other. You know this, okay? Yes, the enemy is the enemy, has always been there. The enemy is the person who is against your happiness and against your freedom. That's that person. That person can look similar to you. You need to be aware of the movements. There are patterns. There's a smell. There is a sense when a devouring beast is near you. You need to sharpen your senses in order to be cunning enough to avoid being devoured by that beast that wishes to devour you. Yes. You can turn the tables and say, aha, my teeth are also sharp. Let's play. Let's dance. So I can you tell I watch a lot of movies? I don't know if anybody can tell that. I'm like always referencing movies in my head. I love film for the art that it is. When it happens magically, when it's beautiful like that. There's a fun story behind Back to the Future. I might have said that before, where like Eric Stoltz was the brooding original part that Michael Keaton played, and he was like a last last edition. He wasn't originally chosen. It wasn't filmed with him first. They did everything over with him, and it became Marty. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, referenced a lot of movies in my head. I was just thinking about something when I went, let's dance. Oh, what a rush. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Dream Warriors! It's the best Nightmare on Elm Street ever, in my humble opinion. Go watch it over and over again. There's some movies you just watch over and over again. Uh, so, a needle pulling thread. I wanted to touch on, yeah, these things that I've observed and these things that I intend and these things that are, evident and already in motion. So far, so good. So much for the negative people who want to tell you that you're nothing. There's a lot of good things happening with the people around me and myself, as a result of the good things happening with people around me and the good things happening around people around me as a result of the good things happening with me. It's a beautiful circle of life within this sort of semi-underground artist community in Los Angeles. Like, there are people who are part of this community, this network that I belong to, that is, I don't know, it's an unspoken network. It has many names. There are a few like little spin-off groups and stuff for everybody's particular area of expertise or focus or inspiration. But for the most part, everybody's like fashion, music, art. There is one person who recently did a commercial where he painted a car for Dia de los Muertos with mask faces and stuff like that. Beautiful. Um, he's an amazing portrait artist who is a staple, a downtown Los Angeles staple. And there's another lady who's a friend who's about to be on some show doing some pottery, who's a friend, in New Orleans too. She's not even a part of the Los Angeles scene, but she was part of like the artist network. It's like same inspiration, same intentions. Different city though. But there are people who are part of that scene who are part of like this scene who are like not necessarily, yeah, it's underground. They're not your traditional conventional artists, but the marketing machine exploits everybody. And right now, underground is marketable, which is irritating to the underground. But the underground will always be. The underground will always be a step ahead, cutting edge and ahead of the curve and inspirational. Um, and yes, by the time it gets to the surface, underground has moved on, so it's fine. But yeah, like I said, like right now, underground is not underground, but it is still. It'll be something else. Like I just use that term loosely. There are all kinds of faces and names for the underground. So, oh gosh, no, too many things. Yeah, too many things going on with too many people that are like positive. Despite those people that want to be very negative, and those negative things are happening. There's too much negative right now. This is why I revere people who are cultivating the positive. I'm like, thank you, because we got to keep that balance. We've got to keep that balance. The positive has to go on and combat the negative. Otherwise, yeah, you lose. You lose to the negative. And perspective is everything. Yeah, perspective is absolutely everything. You can turn a positive into a negative or a negative into a positive. So I think it's positively essential, for the sake of all of the black ladies on YouTube involved, that, there's a smack on the hand for Turtleface, because he has overstepped his bounds in a particular way that is not and should not be allowable, by such an entity. And there are, yes, those creeps and idiots who support it, but those creeps and idiots will support almost anything. They're just creeps and idiots, and they're kind of bored. For the most part, they don't have the same steam that drives the turtle creature He's driven by a particular hatred from a particular set of abusive circumstances that give him a history that has given him a present set of circumstances that makes it so that it's difficult to acknowledge anything without acknowledging something extremely negative. Like, I don't know, just imagine if everywhere you looked, you saw a hideous goblin, a bloodthirsty goblin, with your hand in its mouth, and you looked down and you were cut off, somehow crippled. Like, if you saw that everywhere, that wasn't necessarily in front of you. It was as if somebody implanted some sort of like virtual lenses in your eyes and made that what you see all the time. And even though you know that that's not what's there, that's what you see all the time. Freaking, you see like this broken hand and you see this goblin face, and that's everywhere you go. And that's this dude. Wherever he goes, hates everything. Everything's fucked up. Everything. If he says he likes it, it's not true. Child, he hates everything. He's been through the freaking ringer. It's not about like I said earlier, like I can disagree with anybody, I really can, because people are people, and like LG was saying, people agree with you all the time. They're yes men. I disagree with my husband. It's not sane, to be like, yes, we agree all the time, even with your friends, sometimes disagreements break up friendships, whatever, because that's real, the disagreement is real. Like, so yeah. This mug, he's seeing goblins and ghoulies and beasties everywhere he looks. And I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. But touching my channel, slandering my family, acting like you didn't, touching my channel over and over again, just for telling the truth, it's going to get you clocked. I don't know how long you thought you were not going to be clocked for doing things like this in a serial manner. Clock, 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 clock. This is what time it is. It's time for you to stop doing these things, okay? Because nobody is going to think that's freaking normal. If they're a normal person who takes a look at it, you're trying to act like this stuff is normal in front of very broken, abnormal people. Like, it's not physical abnormality. And abnormality does not mean, less value. It just means something that, you don't see every day. It's a mental abnormalities. Okay, it's psychological abnormalities. It's people who are just like, really, really broken. You're taking advantage. Some really broken people. There's no glory in that. None at all. Not cool. And you're trying to be abusive toward others in the process. You're trying to get other people in trouble, like, all the time. You don't understand. His troll game is so ridiculous. He's all over Facebook on all these groups and stuff. Posting stuff all over the place until somebody bites. And then, like, trying to get people to say stuff. Trying to, like, get people in trouble with things. And then turn around, making those videos going, I was in this group and I saw this black woman say, blah, 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 and such and such and such. I saw them say this. And they were blah, blah, blah. And they meant this. And they said that. I saw it. I seen it. And I was there. And there's bitches. And they're black. After he said, after he, like, goes some, stuff, acts an ass, acts up, somebody acts asses towards him. And then he goes, these bitches are bitches. And look at this. This is part of that, creating a problem where there is no problem that I was talking about, that stuff. Like, it's like this, like, oh, there's no fire. Like, oh my gosh, it's fairly peaceful. Let's find something. Some bitch got killed today. Somebody got shot today. Somebody this and that. Like, and that does happen every day. Like, the things that I dislike most on earth happen every day. Most likely, the things that I dislike most. Pardon me. They happen every freaking day. And that's because, I am not God. I do not dictate everything that happens on earth. So everything on earth is not happening according to what I like. I'm okay with that. Some people really kind of aren't. Really kind of aren't. Or it's an excuse. Because what they like is not healthy. What they want is not healthy. Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess, LG, we probably covered a couple of things. Is there anything interesting? I mean, not terribly. Same patterns, same BS, same silliness. People are people. Whatever. I fully intend to exercise, the fact that, oh, like you were sent by God to, bail a student out of jail. Okay, well, I guess maybe I was, you know, touched by an angel when I went to this person's house who happens to be a product manager for this particular website where all of this stuff goes on, where a lot of people have a lot of questions. I listened to a few people's videos today because I want a proper perspective of the landscape amongst people who have been affected by this stuff. Not that I intend to like say anything about anybody else besides, the turtle. Like I'm gonna keep it to a minimum when it comes to referencing anybody else. Like just me, really. Like just me. Like this is what happened with me. This person. Like I'm not really trying to get the whole lot of people involved unless they wish to be involved. Like, pardon me, LJ was saying he had information, but what he might have had was just a link to like, this is a, terms of service violation that I find to be, particularly harmful or whatever. It might not be him saying like, this happened with me. I'm not going to say like he did this with these people and those people or anything in particular, not to say their names. I am going to give examples of him doing certain things. Other people's names are involved, yes, but I'm not going to include their material. All right. Yeah, not to get too many people involved and whatever, blah, blah, blah. I do intend to mention that these things can be stopped and should be stopped because there are a lot of people who really think that you support this by missing it. They think that missing it is a show of support. There are a lot of people who are really, disenfranchised and not, they're no longer, appreciative of anyone trying to discount their voice in this human experience, and I appreciate that. Like I want more of that. I want people who feel disenfranchised to speak more on their own behalf about how they feel neglected as far as the benefits of this current human experience and all it has to offer as far as the education superhighway. You really can advance. Knowledge is power. That's one of my mother's favorite slogans all the time. Knowledge is power. Love it, love it's fine. It's world over known. It's one of those things like don't count your chickens before they hatch. Yeah, knowledge is power. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, the more you know. Yeah, there's some people who just will not stand up for themselves until you fucking knock them in the head. That sucks. These people have been taken advantage of. It's not good. Yeah, stealing other people's material and then like, flagging them for it. Copyright flagging them and stuff like that. That's not pampery, that's cowardly. So yeah, I do want to let the powers know that it is widely held that you're missing this sort of thing, that your omission, that is condoning this stuff. There are a lot of people who think that you are like, yay, this is good. These people should be abused in this manner because you have not done anything to keep it from happening. All you've done is, occasionally catch some things, but not really investigate truly in order to truly address the problem. I've said before and I'll say again, the censorship is not my aim because even a nut gets the right to speak. Pardon me, go ahead and speak, nutcase. Like, tell everybody why you're such a fucking nutcase. Because this is something that should be prevented. So in order to learn more about you, you should be studied. Don't Talk. Speak. Start now. Use words. Can you talk? All right. Talk. What language is that? I don't speak that. Somebody, does anybody speak this? Yes, yes, yes. It's blank, blank, blank. Okay, we'll get somebody who speaks this. Whatever. Yeah, some of y'all need to be fucking studied. Um, so yeah, you need your right to speak. Not necessarily about the censorship. Pardon me, but it is because I was censored and because people continue to try to censor people through manipulation. There is definitely less of the flagging now. Like that's absolutely true. And for that, some of the trolls are like, "You need to stop now. You need to calm down now. Stop telling everybody what we're doing. Calm down now. Stop it." And I'm like, nah. You can still do what you're doing. I'm just gonna call it what it is. You need to stop now. It's gone on long enough. Well, why you keep looking? You keep looking because you wish it'd stop, because you're afraid something's gonna sink in. I know. It's gonna. It has. You see it. We know this. Um, but censorship is not my aim. Likewise, I refuse to be censored. You know, refuse to be censored, especially by a bunch of fucking go nowhere, do nothing creeps. That want to make a buck off of saying your demographic, your demographic. Click, buzz, click, clickbait. Your demographic, your demographic. I'm like, okay, I happen to love my demographic just in general and stuff. And the fact that you're trying to make it an automatically bad thing, like synonymous with bad, is ridiculous to me. And especially if you think that I'm not supposed to say anything about how ridiculous that is to me, and I'm going to continue to say that's ridiculous to me. And, oh, you're going to threaten me? Okay, you're going to throw that? Okay. Like, why are you, trying to stop that which cannot be stopped? Strike me down and become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. And then, you keep on shutting these channels up, and it kind of doesn't matter because the people that, need to be reached by the revelations that I have, are reached by it. And by revelations, I mean the things that I reveal based on the things that I have observed that other people have not had the time to observe. For instance, LG was saying, oh, I got to catch up on what happened with them. I don't know what's going on with that. And I'm like, I've seen it, I skimmed through it and I get the gist. It's messy. It's messy. Like, why you would want to pay any attention is beyond me. But I understand because I'm paying attention to certain things too, like just for informational purposes. And it's so messy. It's so silly. The whole All Fucks Tyrone saga, it's so silly. But yeah, he didn't know about it because he didn't have time to get into it. He's preparing for a tournament. So, yeah, he didn't have the frickin', capacity for all of that mess at the moment, just like a lot of people don't have it when it comes to all of that mess. A lot of people kind of, they dip in and they dip out. And I do have to dip in and dip out, but it's an educated dip in and dip out. There was a time when I really, really watched, like, most of the material and absorbed it in order to discern what I was dealing with. And I, once again, will say all of this stuff was from my own account out. People come to my account, say stupid shit, and then get mad when I pay attention to what's on their channel. Like, yeah, you're going to say something to me and get mad if I say something to you. Tap me on the shoulder, get mad when I turn around. Why? That's not logical. Don't ever say that word. That's not a word for you to say. Unless you're referencing something that you are not, like I am not logical, I'm not this, I'm not that, do not try and suggest that there's any logic to your saying that, a person that you approach with mean gestures and words, should not respond to you in kind ever, or, be damned. Ooh, bird. Yeah, the tantruming and the immaturity. I don't know, it's beyond help for such overgrown people, I think. I do think that anyone can change if they want to. If they don't want to, they sure as hell will not. They will not. Not for your money. Not for anybody. Not for nothing will they change. They might take your cash. Say they're going to change, but they lie. They're not going to do it. They can't do it. because they won't do it because they don't want to do it. You know, as soon as they want to do it, they can't. And all of a sudden, you get this magical ability of like, I don't want this anymore. Yeah, no, thank you. You know, I would like to order. I do not want fries with that. Thank you. I would not like any fries. Look, I don't have any fries. I don't want none. I ain't getting any, and I'm fine without them. You know, lay off the fries. Lay off the fries a little bit. Lay off the fries a lot. Or grow your own potatoes and fry your own fries. Out here we have a place called In and Out that everybody really freaking loves, and you know, okay, I love In and Out. I just don't. I don't want to be a billboard for anybody. Um, yes, it's delicious. Yes, you drive through and get food, but it's delicious, and you can walk in and stuff too. But it's like they use actual ingredients and they cut the potatoes. You know, they're like going there is not bad. They cut the potatoes right before they fry them, throw them in the fryer. But still, you'll know where they got the potatoes. Um, so GMO potatoes. Ay ay ay. Anyway, I think I'm pretty done. I don't know. Sorry, I got my glue stuff all over my head. Not a booger. It's the glue. Um, yeah, I think I've covered it. I just wanted to touch bases on a couple of them things. Say that yeah, I'm here. I acknowledge what's going on. This is what's going on. This is the stuff, and nobody has to act like something that isn't happening is happening. You know, I think like aren't you guys beyond that right now? I hope you're beyond that. I hope you're beyond the whole like I gotta make up something. You know, because what's actually happening is far funnier. Um, not to say that people can't like be creative and make things up. I mean, you know what I mean by make things up. I mean by like outright lie. You know, project your fantasies onto other people and outright lie. You know, that's different from clowning somebody, roasting somebody, whatever the hell these idiots think they call themselves doing. Bless them, whatever. I can't. They have children. It's Lord, help us today, somebody, Dark Lord. Okay, help us today, Prince of the Air. You know, Son of Heaven, Son of Heaven. Okay, the light, the sun, the dark, everything. Okay, call upon the names that people say over and over again. Ay, 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 and somebody get it together for somebody today. Because these kids are like chickens with their heads cut off. They got, they need prospects, they need education, they need direction. And they're not kids anymore. And it's just been so long, right? You know, they're getting weary and they're adults, but they haven't really contributed anything, or they don't feel like they've absorbed anything worthy. They don't feel worthy. They want everyone else to feel unworthy. You know, they talk to other people like they're unworthy. They try and look for somebody who is clearly and obviously flawed in one way or another and try to make themselves seem like they are better because they pointed out that person's flaw, over and over again in it. Day after day, deflection, distraction, self-deceit. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. It takes all kinds. You don't have to think that you're a perfect person on earth or to live up to somebody's twisted standard of what they say is the perfect person on earth. Just do your walk, do your journey. Be honest about the fact that you fell down in the dirt and you got mud all over your face. Like you got mud on your face. You did this. You don't have to like act like there's not mud on your face. Or egg, as it were. Love how the conversation has changed. How people used to say, well, this happened, well, this happened. I'm like, that's not happening. Oh, yeah, well, you're this and you're that. Well, I'm not that. Yeah, well, he's this and he's that. No, he isn't because this, that. Well, he's only trying to do this. Well, no, he isn't because this proves that he's not trying to do that. Well, you're a bitch. Maybe. It's been no I'm talking to. If you don't like it, don't listen. Isn't that what you just said? Bitch. Oh man, that's okay. It's all okay. Woo woo woo. Everybody go woo woo. You guys are gonna be fine. You guys are gonna be just fine. You're gonna continue with your silliness. You're not gonna like have it ripped away just because you're gonna have parameters placed on Turtle's outfit. You still will be able to do your do your goofy dance, but you're not going to have like that same umbrella of protection for actually bullying other people and taking away other people's right to respond to your silly dance. See, that's the thing you guys can't take. You want to dish, dish, dish. You don't want to take. That's not fair. That's not how we play the game, and that's not how we evolve. Come on, you're going to take some. You're going to dish some. You're going to take some. Somebody else going to dish some. They can take some. Wouldn't dish it if I couldn't take it. You can serve up everything in the book. I'll serve up something too. And if you make anything that looks remotely appetizing, I'll congratulate you for your effort. I'm not gonna eat your shit. Oh boy. All right. So yeah, I think that's it. That's good for now. Not really. Yeah, particularly out to, I don't know, build anything remarkable with this particular vlog at the moment. But like I said, there are some tutorial things where, I did find like, okay, someone could benefit from me showing them how I did this process, because there's, different things in different areas that apply differently to different types of people. And it can be helpful when it's like the more the merrier when it comes to certain types of creation and expression, and people benefit from each other's experience, and trial and error and stuff. So I did some good trial and error stuff with some makeup, but I still have so long to go. I don't really, makeup is not like one of my original tools. I'm learning much later in life than a lot of people who play in makeup how to put on freaking makeup. But I like the colors, I like creation. So it is becoming something that I can add to my whole repertoire of things done well. It benefits some other things that I've been doing. When friends who do the shit aren't available for shit that I gotta go to, that involves camera, and I gotta do it, before I get there or whatever. Or if I have to assist, and whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm babbling now about things that have nothing to do with you guys. So I hope that everybody is well, and that everyone is prosperous, and that everyone is taking care of their business and, mindful of their own shit. Not blaming anybody else for stinking up the atmosphere with it. That is all. Peace out.